Hello everybody, one of my videos. Today playing Amiga Longplay, so both stream, but tremendous game. This is Monty Python's Flying Circus. Copyright 1990, Virgin Mastertronics, programmed by Core Design Limited. It's fantastic, but it loads back in the day. It took me quite some years to get a full-time completion, but for why not, let's get back to long plays. Stream all those games, Monty Python's Flying Circus on the Amiga. Let's go. Okay, so the game is Monty Python's Flying Circus, the computer game. It's a 1990 scrolling shoot-'em video game developed by Core Design. It was released by Virgin Games for Amiga, Atari ST, Commodore 64, Amstrad PC, and the ZX Spectrum. It's loosely based on the material and characters for the 1970s British comedy series Monty Python's Flying Circus, in particular, the Gumby character. And this game, there's actually 4 levels. You're trying to find 4 pieces of brain by finding 16 pieces of spam per stage. 16 is the minimum you require. You can finish the game without getting all your pieces of brain, but you don't get the true ending. And this game, you do start off, of course, as the Gumby cat on foot. It doesn't always remain on foot. You do lose your head quite a lot in this game. At the bottom of the screen, we do have an energy bar with a ridiculously high score, and we do have the amount of quantity of spam we have. At the moment in time, very early days, we have 1. And also, you do only have 2 lives in this game, but you do earn more lives by losing 10 million points. Now, one of the problems with this game is your rate of fire. You can't fire very much, and your bullets don't go very far either. But it is technically a platformer and a side-scrolling shooter. But in this game, you actually move the screen at your own pace. They do get quite a lot of enemies, and you shoot them by using your only source of power, which of course is fish. But your bullets can't go very far, and you cannot crouch either. Only when you're shooting can you crouch, but only by a very short amount of time. It does prove to be quite a big problem in later levels, because of course you cannot jump very far either. Now there's so many enemies in this game, but yes, you can also get bonus areas, which of course is a good way of getting additional spam. And in the early days of playing this game, I played quite a lot in the 90s. Yes, this first level, yes, we always got past it, we always accomplished our goal, always got 1 piece of brain, but it's difficult to try and get the 3 others. And there's not really a lot of room for error in this game. You can't really afford to lose too many spams. I mean, you miss 1, you might be okay. 2, you're going to be making it a bit more difficult for yourself. But you do have these bonus stages which take place with your head being on a spring. So springing into action, and it gives you an opportunity to get more, of course, points and energy, but more importantly, more cans of spam. So if you have missed 1, find the bonus stages if you can. It's a good way of getting yourself back on track, because of course this game, you do earn more lives along the way by losing points in this game, but you don't have any continues in this game. But the energy bar is located at the bottom left corner of the screen. It might have seemed like it was game over, it's not game over. But also, you can replenish energy by, of course, picking up cans of spam, also sausages, eggs, and beans thrown into the mix. Now, the occasional enemies will provide you with energy, more likely to be the larger enemies. Now, it doesn't have big boss battles, but it does have challenging boss battles. But the fish is all we have here. Now, also, power-ups you pick up, which kill all enemies on screen, which also can help towards this with spam. Now also, these pieces of cheese that we're currently shooting, if you shoot all of them, you do earn an additional bonus. And apparently there's also a speed bonus for finishing the levels quickly. I'm not a huge fan of speedrunning anyway, but I wasn't aware of that. But just take it at your own pace. But yeah, these will keep respawning, but eventually they will stop. And also, you can also shoot parts of the screen for more additional bonus as well. Right, energy is not good, so we need something in the source of food to try and get us out of that situation. But we have 3 cans of spam, and we do have a ridiculously high score. But in this game, you've got to try and get the lowest score. And there was one time, I was actually watching a streamer, and they was doing some sort of score challenge, and I said to the guy, you do realise you've got to try and get the lowest score in this game, not the highest score in this game, and he wasn't aware of that, so I suppose I helped him out in a way. Right, energy is not good, but we should get something from here. Shoot that, pick up that, and we've got 2 pieces of food. That should max out our energy, there we go, and another can of spam that we need. But yeah, this game also, I mean, it doesn't always take place like this. Some parts of the game, you are actually on foot. And your limited jump, your limited firepower does make it a bit of a challenge. But also, it's quite a strategy game as well, because there are many situations in later levels, we've got to be really careful on which piece of cheese you shoot, because sometimes you have to use those as platforms. And back in the day, I don't recall ever getting past level 2. Level 1 pretty much every single time. But it's only in the recent few years I got better at this game, I got further and saw more of the game. But yeah, 4 levels, some of them were quite long, this was not overly long at all really. But it's very rare that I fail on this one. But yes, you can speedrun it if you so wish, but yeah, you're going to get some very quick kills on that one. There are occasional traps, like that one for example, so shoot that. And go down here. But yes, when you lose 10 million points, there's a lot of points to lose, that gains you additional life. But yeah, when it comes to core design games, there wasn't many games which did result you with quite a lot of lives. Some games had no additional lives. Like Path, for example, one of my favourite games by core design. In that game, you don't earn any additional lives from score, only by getting the extras, which took me years to realise. And games like Chuck Rock 2, very little lives in that one as well. Occasional hidden ones, but yeah. A few core design games like Banshee for example where lives were plenty really. Right, so try and shoot all the pieces of cheese. You don't have to, but of course you never know, there might be some hidden energy in there somewhere. And of course you're going to get that hidden bonus. But yes, of course, due to this program, which we did see a few of them back in the day, but, you know, 1970s, we did it before my time. So, yeah, we did see the occasional episode, but in terms of the film, it was actually the films we saw the most. But we saw this in a shop one time after one of my friends lent us the game, and yeah, we really enjoyed it. Right, the occasional boss gets a sausage. There we go. So, remember time, we have 8 can of spams. And also, like the TV show, you do also have the arguments, which is an additional way of earning additional points. Another problem with the game is there's not a lot of sounds to the game, not a lot of music to the game. Of course, you know, Connect Tune is there. You can put that in the game in the option screen if you so wish, but it just goes around and consumes loop. But yeah, it's a shame there's not a lot of music in the game. I suppose there wasn't much in the program either when it was there. Right, so 10. Occasional enemies with fire. Sometimes it can be a bit of a hell. It depends on how fast you go, really. But enemies can also be killed if they fly into some of the cheese. Also really nice if you had more additional firepower, maybe. Or maybe you have a bullet that goes a long length of the screen for a limited amount of time, something like that. No. Limited fish bullets is all we have. If you shoot past the scenery, you can earn more additional score from that as well. Most enemies do die with 1, but the occasional one will take more than that. Additional points as well. Now you actually finish this level with your head back on your body again. Like 13 cans of spam. Death by pillars. Fantastic. Right, shoot that. 8 hits. 14. Going well. You don't just lose one piece of energy when you get hit, you lose quite a big chunk of it. You do have, of course, bottomless pits, but you can't fall really in the bottomless pits on a level like this, but in certain levels you can. But you don't want the thing you're trying to pick up also fall into the bottomless pit. Yeah, when it comes to the films, yes, Life of Brian and Holy Grail were the two I saw the most. Didn't really sort of get really into any other ones. The occasional episode we did see on television. Right, we've got the 16, I just realised. Right, we've got the required quantity we need, but try and keep our life going. Energy just replenish at the end of the stage. Right. Don't feel I've missed any cheese of yet. A little bit. It should stop. Just keep moving that screen a tiny fraction. Right. Oh my goodness me. Right. Another boss. I think it's actually the final boss at this level. It's difficult, you have to the signs of view as well. Make it difficult for yourself. Also, when you're standing still, or technically not standing still, you are also slowly moving up the screen. Right, bingo. Shoot that. Right, it's been a long stretch of play, but our head is now back on our body again, so now we're on foot. Not for very long though. But yeah, you can't technically crouch in this game, only when you shoot downwards. So like that. You don't stay there. And when it comes to your jump, that's the highest you can go. Which does, of course, provide more sets of problems along the way. Yeah, looking through the instruction manual, it says something about a speed bonus if you get through the level quickly. I don't know how quickly you've got to do it, but first one is done. Page of spam, we go to an argument. So basically, you've got to try and do the opposite. If you take too long or you match it, it ends. But you earn more additional points this way. So you basically just go the opposite way. Left, right, left, left. It gets faster, of course. But in terms of spam, yes, we've got enough. In some levels, there's really not a lot of room for error. You miss one, you're going to give yourself a whole lot of problems. Unless you know where all the secrets are. So there we go, one piece of brain confirmed. Okay, arrive at level 2, you control Mr DP Gumby, and understanding you have to get back your 4 pieces of brain. There are 4 levels of the game, and a piece of brain has been held on each one. The levels are quite different in a skill and fun sort of way, but all have different things in common. Good things though, like sausages, eggs, beans, spam and cheese. And bad things like dead parrots. Yeah. It's not the art styles of this level, it's my favourite level of the game. Going back to the 90s, we used to play this game quite a bit. I don't recall us ever getting past this one once. It's very easy to make a mistake in a level like this. One misplaced jump, or shooting a piece of cheese you need as a stepping stone to get higher ground, can all prevent you from getting those required quantities of spam. And this one is 100% on foot, but there's only one bonus stage that I know about. But that one doesn't actually provide you with any cans of spam at all, just additional energy. But I don't actually know which piece of food gives you the most energy. It's probably going to be baked beans, I imagine, being the biggest can. But yeah, it's all very handy because of course getting hit by anything in this game, you're going to lose a lot of energy. But yeah, it's got its problems, of course. Limited sound effects, limited music, limited range of your bullets, limited weapons, no crouch, and limited jump. A lot of things. All that aside, it's a very good game though. But you wouldn't even sort of expect a game like this to have so many things going against you, and also one mistake can change the aspects of the game. But you can finish it without getting the true ending. Of course, you want to try and get the true ending, of course. You want to try and get all 4 pieces of your brain. Right, the first test. Oh, don't shoot things you need. So, we need a piece of cheese. Right there. Shoot that one. There we go. Phone's going crazy. Right, 4 cans of spam, 2 lives. Use 10 million to get 1 more additional life. In other games, there's a lot of points to lose, so he did it well. But yeah, you've got to try and get the lowest score possible. Right, next test. Shoot the top one. The occasional pixel perfect will come into play. And you can push the screen back a fraction, not much though. Yeah, this enemy up here, got to try and kill in another way. Right, so another toe. Another toe. Right, there's actually a fast way or a slow way to this bit. Right, shoot that. Now if you shoot the top row first, then shoot the middle row, it actually gives you a platform to step onto. Right, like that. Make sure when he explodes, he's not hovering above the foot. Right, energy's maxed out. So I don't know where all the areas are where there are secrets. Areas to shoot to get additional points. But also, I want to try and get all of the cheese to get the cheese bonus. Again, the art style is fantastic. Right, next test. Right, shoot the one at the top on both sides. And these lips will keep on respawning. It's not so bad if they respawn from the bottom side of the screen, but when you get the top of the screen, one of them falls from the top. Limited areas to move. Not going anywhere there. Energy's maxed out. There we go. Can't move very far. Can't do very much up there. Can shoot in the air. Can shoot while crouching. Just can't stay there. There's not many platform games I know that has no crouch. Right, leave that one there. Need that to get over there. Superb. Right, 10. Yeah, only one bonus area I know about on this one. I mean, if it looks challenging, you know there's going to be something up there, like a can of Spam. But also, if it's high up, it's going to be easy to mess up. So just think your strategy for next time. There we go. Right, 11. Get a life soon. Probably the argument might do it. Right, really made a mistake there. Right, shoot. On the edge. Bingo. And before you move over to the next part of the level, just hold back for a little bit. You might need a certain platform. Now we can't go in there because we can't fit in there, but it all helps towards that cheese bonus. Right, we need that bottom one. 12. Soon to be 13. The naughty bits. Not sure what that is. Possibly a knobbly knee. It's fine. Right. Safe on the left, but not yet. Right, another toe. Right, shoot the top one first. I don't think there's a spam up here though. Nope, there's not, but it all helps. With the teeth. That one. That one. On the edge. 14. Can't afford to miss any on this level. They're not always like that. I mean, there might be more bonus areas, but there's only one I know about, and it's not too far away. But we do need bombs. These things do take about 4 hits. Right, this one. Don't shoot them all yet. We need platforms to step onto. Leave that one there. Shoot the top. Need that. Shoot that one. And also we need a bomb. Shoot that one. Now in previous attempts I did wonder if the bomb was going to take that spam away. No, it hasn't. Good. Not that many. Right. Yeah, like the bombs in Adam's Family, they explode like that. makes this one different to the Addams Family, though, is, of course, you can crouch in that game. Right, we also do need another bomb. Right, that takes that thing out of the equation. Right, so far, so good. I don't think I've missed anything. What do I know of? Ugh. Right, we need another bomb? Yes. Get to safety. One more can remains. The big toe. Yes, we've seen a lot of those today. Right, so we've got to go to the top left. If I get up there. Right, this brings us on to the only one I know about. Contemporary reviews of the game were mixed, ranging from relatively high, 89% for the Atari ST version, to the poor, 47% for the CD4 version from Zap 64. But this is the only version I've seen, only version I've played. Yeah, even these are quite challenging, right from the start. It doesn't give you much time to really think strategy. You've got to literally have a split second to try and think, like, where are you going to bounce to? Where are you going to bounce from? But energy's maxed out. Right, so now we've got a body back. Good. Just in time for a boss. Fortunately, no boss battle energy bars. It's an elephant. An elephant with a tow truck. We still need one can of Spam. Hoping this is going to provide me with a can of Spam. It does indeed. There we go. Time for an argument. So go the opposite way. No, it isn't. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is John Cleese, of course. Go to speed very quickly. There we go. Right, we needed 16, as you can see. Skit Skeen is all we've got. Can't afford this Eddie. There it is. Okay, we arrive at level 3. Once again, we've lost our body. We substitute body for bird this time. We're up in the clouds, Joey. Now this one, it's not as bad as the one we just did. But there's quite a lot of enemies, and it can be a bullet hell at times. But it's not too bad. I quite like it when games have a standing still animation. This game, unfortunately, doesn't have that. But when you've got your body, you don't do anything. But when you've got the fish ability, standing still, your character will slowly move up screen. In this state, your character will slowly move down screen. But you don't die going off the screen anyway. But what you don't want to do in this game is have an item fall off the screen. Because it can happen at a level like this, especially in space. And you don't want that to be a can of Spam, because you can't really afford to lose any in this level. Or in this game, really. But there are actually 3 bonus areas. And some of them do provide you with Spam, and some do not. But in some areas, yes, a cloud could capture the falling item, or planet. But sometimes it'll be quite close to what you're shooting. So it gives you enough time to pick it up. If it's gone, it's gone. You won't get that back in a hurry. It's going to affect your chances of getting a piece of brain. But anyway, up there is our first SIG area. So we've got 3 lives, and we've got 3 cans of Spam. I'm in our spring. Going to head right. No Spam here, but we will be getting some eggs, baked beans, and sausages. So our energy will be maxed out. Yeah, someone said to you, I've got 890,294,054. They would say that's a pretty good attempt. You've done well there. But not here, really. It's technically a low score, isn't it? You start off with the absolute maximum score at the start. It's quite nice not having a time limit. I quite like that. There's a hidden one, but no. It's the 4 pieces of brain we need. It's the 16 cans of spam we need. But it has got its fair few traps and its fair few treasures. Yes, I suppose treasures is your spam, and getting those pieces of brain also is a treasure, isn't it? So pretty much where those weights fall from, that's where the secrets are. I forget which one it is. We've got a lot more difficult enemies in this one. Don't mind me at the early stages taking damage, because there's plenty of food to go around. Right. Soon in space. There's a lot of trial and error with this one. It's there, isn't it? Yes, it is. 4 cans of spam. Again, I'm going to go right. I believe this is the American flag. Right, egg. Good. Another egg. No spam, unfortunately. Once again, energy's good. Plenty of energy. Right. And also, when you're shooting something from a distance, don't be too far away, because it could be something that's going to fall off the screen. More so in the next area, which is in space. But yeah, certain things can capture it. It could be a cloud, or a piece of cheese, or maybe even a planet. But it's not always there to capture something. Right. This one is one certain spam was very easy to miss. Can't go through the windows, unfortunately, but can shoot them for different points. Right. There's one round here, which you've got to be quick to pick it up, or you'll be losing it, for sure. Right. It's up there. Can be quite a lot of enemies on the screen at times. Right, that one. Yes. Yes. Forgot about that. Got one with an egg. Right, 7. Cans of spam. Forgot about that one as well. Luckily, it was captured by the planet. Right, we're in space, but this is not the final frontier. This is level 3. We've still got a very different level to come. Which, back in the day we played this, we never saw this level. We never got past the second level. Right, they were stuck. They weren't going anywhere. Yeah, this game does need many things. Yes, it needs more music, it needs more sound effects. I suppose the thing it would be nice to have the most is maybe additional weapons. That'd be a good thing. Just to spice it up with something different. Or maybe even the bullets going a bit further. Like a temporary thing. Right, now the bosses on this one, there's quite a few on this one. They can be a bit time consuming. And in a game like this, bosses, enemies can be absolutely anything. Even things that appear in your kitchen. On this one, it's a cooker. These enemies actually come out the door. Now if they see you, they actually home in on you. But they can be killed by the cheese. Now for this boss, I've been experimenting over the last few weeks. Let's see what is the best strategy. I'm always changing my strategies in my games. Yeah, even though we have unlimited bullets, unlimited fish, they don't go very far. Originally I was just standing here all the time, but it doesn't always work like that. So I go up the top. You can't fire very much. Yeah, it's trial and error. Don't take too much more damage, Jamie. We're not invincible. In this game, you can be killed by a cooker. Right, pick up the spam first before we go for the hole. Right, the lumberjack. I don't know if items will disappear if on the screen for too long. That I don't know the answer to. so bad if it's a sausage, egg or beans, but you don't want the spam to disappear. Right, so we've still got one more bonus area. And that one does have a can of spam. Okay, right, over here is another enemy. Another lumberjack. So get rid of these first. So we're going to be fairly close to get the full effect. Right, egg. Don't move the screen over too much. Right, down here. Yes. Right. Right, we're going to go right. Literally go right. Keep right. Right. You should have a spam here. There we go. This one, you can be 1, maybe 2 over your initial target. But 16 is what we require. I'm not too far away from that. I'll go through the window. I'm not done with bosses yet. Make a bit of a meal of this one. It's the axes you want to be worried about. Goodness me. Yes. I wonder if that's going to fall off the screen. It's too far away, it would have done. Right, okay, energy's good. And I don't think I've missed any cheese, so we'll get the cheese bonus. I don't think there's many games you get a cheese bonus. My pillows explode on impact. Anything can kill you. Anything can be a weapon. Hopefully this game has no time limit. Right, we've got 15. Right, are we upside down or are they upside down? I don't know. These explode, that's fine. Right, we need one more. I've done this one with 17 a few times. We're going to the final level. Right, we've got it. Don't be making silly mistakes. Over the years, I've made a lot of silly mistakes in this game. Right, 16. Yes, still going. Like a Duracell bunny, it's still going. Of course, we've got a boss yet. Can kill certain of its projectiles. We'll be fairly close to it, really. With a limited range weapon, you have to be, really. Superb! There we go, 17. And now, deja vu. Right, so we've got 3 lives. And very soon, be 3 brains. 3 pieces of brain, even though they're going to get squished. No longer flying through the air, we're now back on our feet. Argument. Right, left, right, left, right. You've got to be really quick. But then it's on the 1200. We're on the 500, be at the right speeds. Right, we should have 1 extra piece. See, an occasional level, you can get more. Some, you're really on the money. You know how it goes. Here we go. We have 3 pieces of brain now. Okay, welcome to the 4th and final, by far the most difficult level of this game. The first one I got here was in 2024. It took me quite a few attempts to get past it. I haven't fully mastered it, but certainly better now than what I was. We've got to try and get that final piece of brain, and also those 16 tins of spam. But it has got its fair share of bonus areas. This one can be done in 2 parts. Now, it doesn't give you any spam here, though, but you get a full English breakfast. Any source of food is good for energy. So, like the Mario Brothers, go through the pipes, but it's down on the pipe, and now we're going to do the other side. And like before, we head to the right first. So, plenty of food. There we go. The first time I got here, I died. Then I got there again, and I finished the game with 2 or 3 pieces of brain. It took me a few more attempts to finally get the full-time completion. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the belts in this level. It's difficult because you put hazards on them. I'm assuming this is a black hole. Because everything in this level, apart from 1, needs more than 1 hit to kill. And like the second level, it's got its fair share of difficult spam placements. This time, they're going to be falling on the belts. So you don't want it falling off the edge, because if it did, it falls off the screen. It's gone forever. Like the toes in the second level, these do the same thing. They just throw themselves at you. Right, now this one, we go left. This one does have a tin of spam. And of course, plenty of food. Right, I've got 3 now. I don't know if the cheese bonus includes these areas. I'm not sure. I can't get all of those. But I got the most important thing. Energy's maxed out, that's good. Jump off the edge. Oh my goodness me. I'll be right close to it. Not that close. Or that close. He's having a rough day, isn't he? He lost 4 pieces of brain. And now everything's out to get him. I mean, it could have been really mean in this game and had a spike pit be an instant kill. It pretty much works in the same fashion as Chuck Rock. He'll just throw you into the air. Of course, at the cost of energy. Right. Superb. Not much energy, but I'll take it. Anything is better than nothing. 4 lice and 4 tins of spam. I don't know what is worse in games, fast moving bullets or slow moving bullets. These are most definitely slow. But every boss should reward you with something. I'm hoping it's going to be spam. It should be. But again, we're on the belts. Jumping around all over the place, but so is he. There's no time limit. Don't kill him, he's up there, because the spam could fall on the platform. An energy bar would have been nice. There we go. But spam is very nice. Right, now these cars takes 4 hits to kill. It's difficult to find space though. But I tend to just jump over them or let them fall into the spike pit. And if you're clever, you can get the occasional energy from that. Right. Shoot that, 4 points. There we go. No spam here, just cheese. But you can gain it. Well, like that if you can. But you've got to be really, really pixel perfect. Superb. Got an egg from that one. Right, shoot the top one first. Then that one. Fall on the belt. And run away from the car. Not quite. But energy's good anyway. I'm assuming these are snooker cubes. It's a really fast car, but it was moving on the belt as well. Oh my lord. Right, so now we've got to try and destroy these on the belt. This is okay, but we'll take a few hits here. Always do. Right, I'm going to take damage here on purpose. It will knock you off the platform if you're on the floor. Anyway, that's fine. Most definitely take that. Survived. Right, another boss. Now, when I think of hedgehogs, I always think of Sonic the Hedgehog. So basically, hedgehogs always being the good guys. Not here. He's most definitely a bad guy. He's throwing hammers at you. You've got to be fairly close. Use these different projectiles. We should be rewarded with something. 8 so far. 16 is what we need. It should be a can of Spam. Definitely faster bullets. Right, 9. Yeah, this level you can afford to miss a few. Right. Now there's not many enemies in this game that you can't kill, but these rabbits, not quite the white rabbits from the Holy Grail, the ones that bite your heads off, but these you can't kill. You go underneath them. Not so bad though here because it's not on the conveyor belts, but some of them can be. Right, now this one, shoot that first, then shoot that one. There's an area on the left where we're safe. I don't know if you're going to get the cheese bonus, I'm not sure. Probably not. Now that Spam will fall off the screen if it goes to the left or to the right. I'd rather take damage than miss it, really. Right, I'll take that. Right, 11. Superb. This one. Jump from there to there. Shoot top one first. And it's a case of risking it. Risk it for a wooden biscuit. So in this case, a can of Spam. Shoot that one. Shoot that one. Shoot and shoot. Right on the edge. Target practice. Now I have tried to shoot the one on the left. I can't quite reach it. I don't know if you can reach it. Even pixel perfect. Oh, you can. Oh, okay. Right, another bunny rabbit. Go underneath the bunny rabbit. Right, we've got 12. Right, this is also quite difficult to do. Shoot that one. On the edge. Right, I think there's 2 here. I think so. The first. Oh my lord. Never mind. Got one of the 2. Right, these flowers will explode. Everything explodes in this game. And also another secret. Goes down. Right, this one. Go right, I think. But so far, I think I've only missed 1 Spam. This one, I don't know if you do earn Spam. I'm hoping you get something. And food, of course. Plenty of food here. Maybe Hungry Cereal's food. There's got to be something, surely. Come on. Surely, there you go. 14. Right, we have 2 more bosses, so this should be in the bag. But I have finished this game quite a few times now. Back in the day, I didn't get nowhere in this game. It was difficult. Far too difficult. More exploding flowers. This area here, you can jump. 14. God blimey. Midnight. Yes, I know. That's what happens when you start doing these videos late in the day. Right. Stop respawning, please. There you go. Right, shoot that one. I'm not sure what the maximum is on this one. But it's nice, it does let a few go on this one. But if you miss any bonus areas, you're probably not going to do it. I don't know, maybe. It's taking serious doing. I'm very pleased you do get quite a lot of food here. It's still a very difficult game though. By having so much energy given to you at regular intervals. Really does help. Right, there we go. 16. Go for the door, and there's the final boss. Another boss with pillows. Of course, he's sitting in an armchair. But yeah, the first time I got here, I died. I didn't know the tactic. I'm trying to jump over the bullets. Just keep tracing steps. Again, it's difficult because your bullets don't go very far. So we've got the 16, even though the 16 is backwards. Our lives is backwards, our score's backwards. And we're doing this the hard way. The energy is horrific. Don't be killed by a pillow. What is it about enemies throwing pillows at you? Again, there's no energy bar for boss battles on the screen. Must be near there though. There you go! Superb! Open the door, in we go. Time for an argument. That's 17. Is it backwards 17? Now it's the front way. I wasn't even paying attention. Right, 17. 16 is what we need. Of course, anything else is deducted from your score. There we go. It's at our feet. We've got all pieces of brain. There we go.
Monty Python's Flying Circus.
And there we go, back to Maybe We Go. What we'll do hopefully in the near future, I'll do a separate video with no webcam or microphone. Let the game do the talking. It's a fantastic game, it's Monty Python's Flying Circus on Amiga. And you should show me more of games. Please like and comment, hope you catch the next one. So this one's easy. Ciao, bye, see ya. Okay, so the game is Monty Python's Flying Circus, the computer game. It's a 1990s shooter. Okay, so the game is Monty Python's Flying Circus, a 1990s scrolling shoot 'em up video game, developed and published by Core Design. It was. Okay, so the game is Monty Python's Flying Circus, a 1990s shoot 'em up scrolling. And now we go over to the other side. Ooh, look at that! Thank you for following. Right. Down, retreat. Like that. Woohoo! Right, clear the game, but since you haven't enough brains, we won't be able to show you the spectacular end of game sequence. Instead, here's a picture of a frog. That's what happens if you don't get all pieces of brain.